Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my diary. Today's diary isn't about anything dramatic. It's about surviving one of life's greatest temptations, shopping. Honestly, today was another day off. I woke up this morning feeling grateful. No matter what yesterday looked like, waking up is always a blessing, and I never want to take that for granted. After saying my prayers, I started the day with a bit of cleaning. Nothing too exciting, just trying to convince my house that someone actually lives here after working long shifts. Then came the daily question that every wife and every mom seems to ask. What are we eating today? Can somebody please explain why deciding what to cook feels like a full-time job? And as a Nigerian, sometimes I honestly feel like our relationship with rice has become complicated. Rice and stew, jollof rice, fried rice, coconut rice, rice and beans. At this point, I feel like rice knows my full government name. Some days I just stand in the kitchen hoping divine inspiration will descend from heaven and whisper, cook this. Because thinking of meals every single day, it's exhausting. Anyway, after getting a few things done around the house, I headed into the city center. I needed to return some clothes I'd bought last week. Simple mission, go in, return the clothes, leave. Easy, or so I thought. Now, if you know me, walking into a shop is dangerous. I go in for one thing, and somehow come out wondering how I spent so much money. I don't even know how it happens. It's like the clothes start talking to me. Take me home. You might need me one day. You've worked hard, you deserve this. Even grocery shopping isn't safe. You go in for milk, and somehow you're pushing a trolley that looks like you're preparing for the end of the world. So today, I did something I'm genuinely proud of. I walked into the shop, returned the clothes, collected my refund, and walked straight back out without buying a single extra item. Ladies and gentlemen, growth, real growth. Not because there wasn't anything nice. Believe me, there was. But today I chose self-control. And honestly, that little victory felt surprisingly good. On my way home, something completely unexpected happened. I bumped into someone I used to work with in Nigeria about 10 or 12 years ago. We both stopped, looked at each other, then almost at the same time, is that really you? The next thing we were hugging right there in the city center. It was one of those moments that reminds you just how small the world really is. Thousands of miles away from home, and somehow, our paths crossed again, and hopefully we'll see each other properly soon. Life has a funny way of reconnecting people when you least expect it. Later in the evening, I went for my usual 1-hour walk, but today was different. Normally, I'd have music or a podcast playing. Today, I left my headphones at home. No music, no distractions. Just me, my thoughts, and the world around me. I noticed things I probably walk past every day without paying attention. The trees, the birds, people smiling as they walk past. Children playing, the gentle breeze. It felt peaceful. Sometimes silence isn't empty. Sometimes silence is exactly what your mind needs. And as I walked, I started planning tomorrow in my head. Not in an overwhelming way. Just thinking about what I wanted to achieve, one small step at a time. Because I've realized something. You don't have to have your whole life figured out. Sometimes it's enough to simply know what you're doing tomorrow. Today's lesson. Celebrate the small wins. Maybe today you didn't achieve something massive. Maybe you simply showed self-control. Maybe you met someone who reminded you of where you've come from. Maybe you gave yourself permission to slow down. Those moments matter too. Life isn't only about the big milestones. It's also about the little victories that quietly shape who we're becoming. Thank you so much for spending part of your evening with me. I hope you found at least one reason to smile today. Take care of yourself. And remember, this chapter is closed. I'll see you in tomorrow's diary.